No, Manchester United did not buy a midfielder this summer transfer window, and a lot of fans were disappointed in that. But could Manchester United already have that player that we need in our ranks and in our academy already? Lots of reports circulating this morning that I want to get into about Sekou Kone. We have covered him on this channel aplenty before. He was the player that was brought in for Guiders FC last summer through Christopher Vival's connections. The Malayan midfielder is one of them players that is being tipped heavily by Manchester United staff in the academy and around the football club to feature soon enough in Manchester United's first team. Now, the story behind this and why we've not seen him so far is Manchester United's new approach to academy level players, particularly ones that have been brought into the football club. So, wanted to go over the news and what has been said by several people like Rich Fay and Stephen Railsford of the MEM. Both of these journalists cover Manchester United's academy in depth and go into detail on a lot of the players. Nate Salt as well from the Daily Mail. You will see a lot of reporting from him around Manchester United's academy at all of the games. Sekou Kone is in Manchester United's under-21s at the moment. He has had an unfortunate start to his career at Manchester United. Let's put it that way. He came in with all of the hype, all of the next best sort of comments and everybody talking him up as you would, and the pressure of Manchester United. But United realised this instantly. United looked at Sekou Kone and allowed him to integrate in. Did not play him, let him get used to his surroundings. They even thought twice about sending him out on loan this season as well and this summer because they wanted to give him a little bit more game time. He was just finding his feet last season before an injury, which we did cover on this channel. Actually, I covered the game. I went to the game myself. I was there. It was at Huddersfield when he pulled up an injury, and that kept him out for a sustained period of time in Manchester United's under-21s. But when he came back, Sekou Kone really took off. And you may not have seen much of him. You may not have heard a lot of talk about him and not really featured much on why he didn't start in Manchester United's pre-season tour over in the States. Ruben, by the way, had a lot to do with a lot of new players and a lot to work on his system. It wasn't the ideal time to be integrating academy players. Reason behind him not actually featuring that much. You'd have thought if he was that good, yes, he might have already been appearing in pre-season. Not the case at Manchester United. You ask anyone at the football club, this kid has got talent. So when he has been available, Sekou Kone has started 12 of the 14 games he was available for and played the majority of the 90 minutes of them games. He is an out-and-out holding midfielder. He does need to fill out a little bit. He is slight of build. He is a little bit slim on that side of things, but this never really stopped other central midfielders like that in their positions. He has got time to fill out and time to grow at Manchester United, but he is absolute quality on the ball. He plays in a certain way where he carries the ball out of defence and feeds the midfield line. He's actually scored a couple of goals last season as well, so he has got an eye for goal. He can strike a ball, he can pass, he's got vision, he's quick, he is actually rapid when he gets going as well, and just finding his feet and then getting injured. You would have seen the stories around Sekou Kone, around him getting that bad injury which had to be, well, in the game that had to be cancelled. You've seen it at Altrincham a few weeks ago. It was Sekou Kone who was the injured party in that game. The ambulance having to take him away and therefore no other ambulance on site. Game cancelled, health and safety rules and everything involved there. He fractured his eye socket and hasn't featured much this season either at the moment. So again, Manchester United did everything right with Sekou Kone. He is a player that they think highly of. He's just turned 19 now, so you'd expect him to start to feature or knock on the door with him turning into, well, him reaching the end of his teenage years. This is usually when you start to see academy players come through, but the stop-start nature of his time at Manchester United in the academy has really hampered him. But I think when he comes back, and he is now coming back and is fit and well, he is going to be wearing an eye mask through fracturing his eye socket in that game at Altrincham, and that really has stopped the progress of Sekou Kone. Don't pay any attention to him not featuring in the pre-season tour. Don't pay any attention to him not really featuring at all at Manchester United. He has played with the first team and first team training. He needs to do a little bit more and have a few more training sessions with Ruben Amorim's side, and does need to make an impact in training as well before he comes through. But everybody talking about it, you will have seen clips and videos of him in Manchester United's under-21s. He slotted in very nicely and did start to really pull up trees towards the back end of last season. The injuries have and they've been unfortunate injuries, like an eye socket injury already this season, stopping in play. But Manchester United's academy right now are flying with under 18s and under 21s. Chido scoring in under 21, Sekou Kone, all of the academy players out on loan right now. Wheatley scoring, Jack Morehouse scoring as well for Manchester United in loanees that are going out at the moment to different football clubs in the EFL. And obviously the under 18s have a certain Kai Rooney and JJ Gabriel as well. JJ Gabriel, a 14-year-old who is the leading goal scorer for Manchester United's under 18s at the moment. The academy is bringing through some top talent. But who is going to feature? This is why Sekou Kone has been spoken about, because he's slightly older, 19 now, coming up to that mark, like I said, where you'd expect a player to come through. He is an out-and-out DM. That's where he plays, that's where he will always play, and he is a master of that position at that level. Whether or not Ruben will give him a chance later on in the season is questionable, like these reports will say, and this is why I just wanted to talk about them today, just to give you the heads up of where it's actually at. I did watch quite a bit of Kone last season myself, went to a few games. He is very, very good. I just don't think he's ready yet. And maybe this will happen towards the back end of the season. And that's what these reports are also saying. He hasn't done enough yet. But with him being sixth option right now, or Manchester United's maybe fifth, actually, because a lot of reports are actually saying that Mason Mount is down as the sixth choice player in Manchester United's midfield. He's playing further forward under Ruben Amorim. So effectively, Sekou Kone is Manchester United's fifth choice first team midfielder right now. A couple of injuries in this season, you may well see Sekou Kone stepping forward. Somebody will have to, because United are short on numbers right now in that midfield area. We only have 4. And with Mount and Cunha being injured, and obviously Bruno moving forward, right now going into the Manchester derby, and I'm not saying that Kone is going to play, but this is how close it is. And if Manchester United are not going to buy a new midfielder, then we do have Sekou Kone there, who is probably the closest to actually featuring from Manchester United's academy right now. Everybody else that is close is out on loan, and that's the right thing to do. But could Manchester United actually already have a gem there ready to come through their academy before they even buy another player in? Maybe with everybody being moved out of Manchester United next summer, that's the right time for Sekou Kone to come in and maybe feature in pre-season and make his mark. Let's not forget, he has only been at the club for a year, established himself as a first-team starter in Manchester United's under-21s instantly, and plays 90 minutes of every game. He has got an engine on him and some as well. That is one key feature that everybody talks about. He could run all day. And under Ruben Amorim and the intense way in which he wants his team to play, maybe. And it is a maybe. I need to make that clear. It is only a maybe with Sekou Kone. But that is the story behind him at the moment and where he's at and his time at Manchester United. Blighted by injuries and ridiculous injuries that you wouldn't have thought he would have got. But still is starting to make waves and big waves at the football club right now. And Manchester United behind the scenes are really looking at Kone with real interest. And the word is, he is going to feature this season. His debut will be this season. We will see. If nothing happens in January, expect Kone to start creeping into that Manchester United first-team matchday squad. That's the updates from today, everybody. All the news around Manchester United Academy. What can United do with not buying anybody in this transfer window in midfield? Could we get someone like Kone coming through? Get your comments in below. Would you risk somebody like this in this season for Ruben Amorim? Is it time that we dipped into our own academy rather than spending fortunes on other clubs' midfielders? Comment below. Please give the video a like as well. Make sure you hit that subscribe button up on your screen. I'll see you in the later show later on this evening even.